What's going on, Star Wars Unlimited fans, and welcome to episode 3 of A New Hope podcast. So this one we're just going to go quickly over what's coming out during the pre-release and then the full release. You can see we're on the Star Wars Unlimited webpage. Spark of Rebellion is the first set, and this is what is coming out. So March 1st, this is the pre-release right here. You're going to get some like pop-out tokens, a couple deck boxes, I believe. No, just one deck box, I believe. And then there is 6 packs in here, which will be what is used for sealed play. So you, during the pre-release event, you will take the 6 packs, open them up. You'll have, I believe it's 50 minutes to build your deck. There has to be at least 30 cards in that deck. You must choose a leader and a base that you get, I believe, in this pre-release. So each pack has 16 cards. There's 1 leader, 1 base in every pack. And then you have the opportunity to get one of the rare bases in the rare slot of each pack. So depending on what you get will dictate what you can build. And then on March 8th, we have the starter box. So this is like a pre-built Luke Skywalker deck and a pre-built Darth Vader deck. So no matter how many times you buy the starter deck, it's all the same cards all the time. If you're going to have, run multiple decks and you don't want to be changing cards back and forth, you'll probably want to buy a couple of these. There are exclusive cards that only come in the starter deck, and you get a full playset of each of those. So you'll get 3 of each of those cards. So I believe like Luke's lightsaber, R2-D2, C-3PO, those are exclusive to within this set. And then we have the booster packs, which is going to be pretty much the flagship. There's 16 cards per pack, 24 packs per box, and then there will be 6 boxes per case. So if you saw in the last video, I kind of went over all the different cards and stuff like that. So I'm not going to jump into that too much, but boosters, starter, pre-release. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump on over to SWODB. Now this is, this is like the kind of community where everyone looks at spoilers and stuff like that if you're not on the social medias. So here's the latest spoilers. This one just came out today. This one was yesterday. I believe this one was last week. This one was on Friday. So you can kind of look and check out all the new cards. We're almost at the end, so I think there's like less than 20 cards left to spoil. And if you sign up for an account, you can build your own decks. If you don't, you can just check out all the decks that other people have built. So this is kind of like the top deck going right now, is the Sabine Wren Cunning deck. And then, yeah, so you can basically click on any of these and try them out over on Force Table. But for this video, we are going to grab one of the decks that I've built. So here is the deck I built. So you can kind of edit them and you can add cards. You're allowed to have 10 cards in your sideboard. I know I have 11 here, but I'm just testing out different characters, different amounts. You're allowed up to 3 of each card in your deck. Although I should say, during the pre-release, if you open up your 6 packs and you end up with like 6 of the same character and you want to put all of them in your deck, you are allowed for sealed and draft play. So that is something to keep in mind. But for constructed and most likely multiplayer, you're only going to be allowed 3 copies of each card. So what we will do is we'll just view this. We'll go down here. So you can even do like practices where you draw 6. It's like, no. See, you're looking for your turn 1 play, right? So there's a 2 cost right there. That's the one you want. Or if you want to mulligan, you're allowed 1 mulligan per game, and it has to be right off the bat, the very first move. And then what we'll do is, I guess let's look at the deck image first. And then we'll jump over onto Force Table. And I'm going to get my ugly mug off the screen so you guys can concentrate on the gameplay and not be wondering why this guy's wearing this adorable helmet. So there's the deck list. You got your sideboard down there. 3 copies of pretty much everything. 2 copies of a few things, but you pretty much want to run 3 copies of most cards just because that's what's going to be, it's going to make up the synergy of your deck, right? So anyway, I'll be right back and we'll see you over on Force Table, which you just click this button right here, and it'll take us right over there. Alright, we are over on Force Table now. We got Jin for the win, player 1. We'll go with the gang. It is Cunning, I guess. You can see I've already been playing with Jin for the win on here. But every time you press Force Table, if you've modified the deck, it just imports the new version. So let's go with the gangs back together. I like that. And then you don't even have to import decks. You can just come on to forcetable.com.net. Yeah, it looks like .net. Just type in Force Table on Google and you'll find this. And then I'll even try to link it in the description of this video. You can just use the starter decks to start learning to play. That's what I did. Played with Vader and Luke a few hundred times probably. The Vader deck does tend to be a little bit stronger than the Luke deck, but that doesn't mean the Luke deck doesn't win a lot of games as well. So it's just getting used to the mechanics. So you can choose who you want to go first, or you can go random. I always go random, and then away we go. So to start the game, you draw 6 cards. You can choose to mulligan this whole hand. You can do this one time only, and you do that if you get a load of higher end play cards. So you don't want to draw like 7s and 8s and 6s off the bat. You throw those ones back. So like there's a turn 2, here's a turn 1. There's a few cards we can get rid of. So we're not going to mulligan. So we're going to get rid of this card and this card. And then those 2 cards go into your resource. So to start the game, you must resource 2 cards from your hand. No choice, that has to happen. Going forward, you can choose whether or not you want to resource at the beginning of each phase. Or round. I'm not even sure what it's called, but you'll get it as I take you through here. So I've got Jyn Erso, she's my leader. I've got Capital City as my base. The opponent is Hera Syndulla, and she's got Energy Conversion Lab as her base. So you can see her base has 25 hit points, or HP, whatever. Mine has 30. Hers is 25 because her base is a rare and it has an epic action. Play a unit that costs 6 or less from your hand, give it ambush for this phase. So ambush means that you can play the card and attack with it right away. So pretty great epic action. Is it worth 5 health on your base? I don't know. It can be, that's for sure. So let's play this out and see what happens. So we have initiative, so we're going to play our first card. This is Crafty Smuggler. He comes into the game shielded, as you can see from the text, which means that if he is attacked, he takes no damage, but he does still deal damage. And once you're attacked or you attack, you would lose the shield, so it goes away. But you can stack shields, so it's not like you can just have one. You could, if you had a way to get more shields on this guy, you could just stack them up. So we have nothing else to do, so we're going to take the initiative. They have 2 of those guys to play. So this here is Alliance Dispatcher. You can exhaust him, play a unit from your hand, and it costs 1 less resource. So that allows you to kind of pull ahead pretty quick. What do we want to do? Let's get rid of Takedown. I find I use that less and less in this deck. So we don't want to waste time. So we're going to use action ability. So hers is if I exhaust my leader, I can attack with a unit, and the defender gets -1, -0 for this attack. So these are only 1/2s, so that means that I will take no damage. And I won't lose my shield. So they played Strike True, which is a friendly unit deals damage equal to its power to an enemy unit. So because I had a shield, the shield absorbs that 1 hit. So he can now attack me. He won't kill me, but he can attack me. So we are going to play a card, and we are going to lay down Ezra Bridger. They are going to attack. They are attacking the base, because really, they may as well get some damage in. We got another Crafty Smuggler, which I don't think we need. I shielded. I think we'll get rid of Greedo. Greedo's kind of a wild card. He's a 3/1, so he can be defeated really, really easily. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to use Jin's action ability again, and we're going to attack so that we take no damage, and we get rid of his character. Okay, so they just played Bright Hope. So this is clearly a ship going into the space arena. So you have the two arenas, as you can see, space, ground. Space units cannot attack ground, and ground cannot attack space unless it says in their text. So this unit here is a sentinel. So if I play another ship, I cannot attack their base or any other ships in this arena. I would have to defeat this ship before I can attack their base or any other unit. But their other units can attack me. And then when you play, it has a when played ability. You may return a friendly non-leader ground unit to its owner's hand. If you do, draw a card. So they had no ground units. They would have definitely taken advantage of that and just to get some more cards in their hand. But we don't have to worry about that right now. So with Ezra, so we still have our 4 resources here. We can play a card or 2, but with Ezra, when this unit completes an attack, look at the top card of your deck. You may play it, discard it, or leave it on top of your deck. So anytime it says you may play a card, you still have to pay the resources. So let's attack with Ezra. We'll hit their base. We will look at the top card of our deck. It's Kanan Jarrus. So what are we going to do? We're going to play Kanan. So you can see it exhausts our resources. We've got some pretty good board control in the ground area. It's going to be tough for them to do much to us. We're going to get rid of Crafty now that we got Yoda and another Jedi Lightsaber. Jedi Lightsaber is literally one of the best. Oh, I knew they were going to use the epic action. That is literally like the best epic action. So, and look at Zeb. So he's an uncommon, 5/5, cost 5. When this unit completes an attack, if the defender was defeated, you may deal 4 damage to a ground unit. So we literally just get stomped on because he takes 4 and the other guy took 2. So we're gonna play a card. We're gonna play a Jedi Lightsaber on Kanan. And the Jedi Lightsaber is awesome because if it's attached to a Force unit, so as you can see on Kanan, he is just beside his, in between his HP and his power. He's a Force Jedi Rebel Spectre. So you just want to kind of pay attention to those because certain things interact with those. So because we have the Jedi Lightsaber, if attached to a Force unit, it gains on attack, give the defender -2/-2 for this phase. So we can easily kill Zeb here, but we're even going to do one better, and we're going to give him -3 to his power. So that means we're only going to take 2 hit points back. And then we're going to discard a card from their deck, and we are going to heal our base. So good, right? Love that card. Kanan Jarrus. And it's only an uncommon, so pretty great. We're going to play, what is it, Devotion. Attached unit gains Restore 2, so that means every time I attack, I get to restore 2 HP to my base. Just remember, you can't go over your max HP. So if you have a 30 HP base, you will just stay at 30. Like it doesn't go to 32. So we have nothing else to do, so we'll pass. Draw 2 cards. We're going to put 1 down. So we have 6 now, so that means we can deploy Jin. So there we go, Confiscate. So they took my Jedi Lightsaber off because defeat an upgrade. So this is a thing where you got to be careful. You don't want to stack up a guy too much. So we have another one in our hands. We can play it, but we can also. So what we're going to do, we're going to put Jin out. Oh, I think that might have been a mistake. They're going to play Hera here at some point. We are going to defeat Hera. How are we going to do it though? So 3, 6, I think we can, let's play. Yeah, that's okay. So we can defeat him with him and not take any damage if we have a lightsaber on him. It's just, do we want it for Luke or do we want it for Kanan? I think we put it back on Kanan. Here it comes out. You know what? I think we're actually going to take out Hera. And it might... Nope, it's not going to... Let me take one back. Easy peasy. We're still doing good. We're going to attack. I don't think we have to worry too much about... We're starting to get a little bit of board control. Luke comes out next turn. It's going to be... So this is an uncommon event. The Force is with me. Choose a friendly unit and give 2 experience tokens to it. If you control a Force unit, also give a shield token to the chosen unit. You may attack with the chosen unit. So you're getting like a lot of stuff off of one play. So that's pretty awesome. We're not going to mess with space during this game. Just not worth it. What's the answer here? Chopper's out. He's annoying. Okay. We're not too worried yet. Yeah, we'll get rid of another card. We'll heal our base. They'll attack our base. We will... I don't think we need to bring Luke out yet. Let's... I'm going to put it on this guy. Attack without it? Yes. Bam. And we're going to take out Chopper. And take no damage back. So that's good. They're going to attack us again. We are going to attack. This game is all but over. I can already see that there's not much they can do. We have too much board control. Our hand is looking good. We're going to keep going. We're just going to concentrate on the ground game. We might put a ship out. Oh, they're going to attack. So Agent Kallus, he has ambush. Wasn't enough to defeat us. We are going to attack. I don't even know if... Oh my god, we have another Agent Kallus. So we just keep healing our base, which makes it very difficult for them to do much. So, like if I go like this, play Luke, he's restore 3, so every time he attacks he restores 3, and when played, we can give an enemy unit -3/-3 for this phase. If a friendly unit was defeated this phase, give that enemy unit -6/-6 for this phase instead. So we haven't had any of our guys defeated, so we're going to give someone -3/-3, and we will give it to this guy, I think. Yeah. Get rid of him, save our base a little bit, and then it's pretty much over but the crying, because Yoda is going to... Yeah, that's it. Game over. So that's the basics of how to play. It's super simple once you get onto it. Obviously, I've been playing for quite a while now, so I've memorized most cards and what they do. And there is definitely a synergy to how you build your deck. So it's going to be something where you build a deck, you play with it, you'll find certain cards that you don't use much, so then you switch those out for other cards, and you just kind of go back and forth, and you end up with a deck that, you know, you're comfortable with and works for you. So, you know, I've built many decks at this point. I'm going to try to build every different version of every deck possible. So in the first set, there's 18 leaders. So you can imagine how many different decks that can be built. Like, it's going to be absolutely incredible. And it just makes it so that gameplay can be never ending. There's so many options that you can explore, as far as, like, you know, if you're like, okay, we want to have a light side versus dark side, but everything has to be from A New Hope. Like, you can like build a deck around that, and as the new sets come out, there's going to be different metrics, and I would say that they've put a lot of resources into creating this game. And I mean, who doesn't love Star Wars? Like, it's just incredible. So I think we're going to end this one here. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and following along. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm going to post this so that our local gaming store can show people or direct people to some gameplay video. And I will continue to upload here some more stuff with different decks and just showing how different cards react together. So if you like what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. Leave a comment. It just helps with the algorithm. I only have 20 subscribers, so I'm not all that worried about growing into some gigantic page, but I'm not going to say it wouldn't be nice if it happened. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.